Coming up on CBC Vancouver News.
Our government looks at this project and sees Indigenous leadership, economic growth and investment.
A landmark deal is struck to export LNG from BC to Germany. Plus, a senior has died after being hit by an erratic driver earlier this month. A small memorial has now been set up. And
we want to get a deal, but there's no question the membership have spoken loudly and clearly here.
Metro Vancouver bus operators vote overwhelmingly in favor of strike action.
This is CBC Vancouver News.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Janella Hamilton. The federal government has announced a landmark deal to ship liquefied natural gas from Canada to Germany. The agreement will see the export of 1 million tons of LNG each year from northwestern BC for up to 2 decades. But as Tanya Fletcher shows us, there are a couple of hurdles getting the project built and getting the product to Europe.
British Columbia, the backdrop for Ottawa's landmark liquefied natural gas deal, a first between Canada and Europe.
Ksi Lisims will generate significant economic activity in British Columbia and beyond.
German company Cefe is agreeing to buy 1 million tons of LNG per year for up to 2 decades. It'll be exported from Ksi Lisims LNG, a still-to-be-built $10 billion floating facility along BC's north coast.
We're in a world where energy security is national security. We're in a world where our allies are begging us to produce our resources.
The Nisga'a Nation is co-owner of the project, but acknowledges some First Nations oppose it.
More and more of our Indigenous people are beginning to recognize the very trying times that the world is facing. And so they're looking at ways to bring prosperity.
Pushback is coming from environmental groups, too.
The world is pivoting very quickly to electrification and clean energy with renewables. So why would we double down on another risky fossil fuel project?
And then there's the geographical challenge, how to get LNG from coastal BC all the way over to Europe. That's still unclear.
So I guess theoretically, you could go around Alaska and
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre insists Canada should export LNG from the East Coast. When asked why Ottawa wouldn't pipe it across the country, then ship it directly across the Atlantic to Germany, the energy minister said it's cheaper to move the product by water than it is to pay tolls through a pipeline.
Well, I think Canada is currently engaged in a game of 3D chess. To actually access that European market is very important, not only for economics, but for us to become an energy superpower.
But some market analysts have warned of an LNG bubble where projects might fail to generate the returns once promised. Still, the timeline here is ambitious, with a goal to get shovels in the ground within months. Tanya Fletcher, CBC News, Vancouver.
The approximately 750-kilometer Prince Rupert gas transmission pipeline will pass just north of Terrace. The city's mayor says he's happy for their neighboring northern BC communities, but has concerns.
We just want to make sure that our community is not left in the dark. This shouldn't be costing our taxpayers money. This should be supporting them, creating high-paying, good skilled jobs for these folks. And it also should be creating revenue for communities like Terrace.
He says he's in Ottawa this week lobbying the federal government to make sure Terrace residents are benefiting from these projects and not just feeling the pressures of them. A senior who was hit in an alleged vehicle ramming incident in Vancouver's West End almost 2 weeks ago has now died from his injuries. Friends and family of 75-year-old Johnny Suds have set up a small memorial with flowers near the crash site. Suds died days after being hospitalized with critical injuries. He was in a motorized scooter when he was struck near Nelson Park on May 15th. Police took a 34-year-old man into custody that day. Crown Counsel is now considering an upgrade to his charges. Meanwhile, in Langley, police say a man in his 40s was shot and killed late Tuesday night. It happened at a condo complex near 54th Avenue and Bryden Crescent. Police say the shooting is believed to be targeted. The union representing Metro Vancouver transit operators has voted 99% in favor of strike action. Unifor Local 111 and 2200 represents about 5,000 workers, including bus drivers with Coast Mountain Bus Company, maintenance workers, and C-bus operators. The union says the two sides remain far apart on issues like the lengths of routes and washroom breaks.
This was an amazing result. It's clear that they're behind their bargaining committee, that they're not willing to accept taking things out of their contract, and they want a fair contract as soon as possible. So the bus drivers and the maintenance staff are ready to back their bargaining committee. We want to get a deal, but there's no question the membership have spoken loudly and clearly here.
The vote allows the union to issue a 72-hour strike notice. Coast Mountain Bus Company says they have dates scheduled for upcoming negotiations. As the BC legislature gets set for its final session of spring on Thursday, BC Conservatives interim leader Trevor Halford says he's happy with the growth of his party. The Conservatives will name a new party leader this Saturday who Halford believes could become BC's next premier.
People in our province are suffering right now. So what we need to do as caucus members, as members of this party, different leadership candidates, once Saturday comes and goes, we need to put all of that aside and we need to focus on what's important. And that's showing British Columbians that we are a government in waiting and preparing to take that spot. So I'm very confident that that will happen.
5 candidates remain in the race to become the next leader of the party. Halford says questions about division among Conservative members is healthy and expected during a leadership race. An overdose prevention site proposed for downtown Vancouver will not be going ahead for now. Plans were made to open the site at 900 Helmkin Street in June, but the proposal faced opposition from Mayor Ken Sim, who said no meaningful consultations had happened with the community. The Health Ministry says after hearing concerns from the city and local community members, Vancouver Coastal Health will not be going ahead with the site. The province says they will work with the city and community members on a future site. Some BC truckers lined up for gas at an Abbotsford truck stop say new legislation making dash cams mandatory is a good idea. Others say it's an overreach.
Yeah, we already have this one, so it doesn't matter to me. But for a long term, if it's mandatory, then we don't like this one.
Because outside is a good idea to cover the all traffic, and you watch the all traffic, and you can see any happening to the recording.
A private member's bill to mandate dash cams on all commercial vehicles in BC and on BC highways passed unanimously in the legislature Tuesday. Those involved say the cameras hold drivers accountable. The BC Trucking Association endorsed the bill, noting that about 75% of collisions involving a commercial vehicle aren't the fault of that driver. BC's provincial health officer has released a report on reducing the harms of alcohol. As Troy Charles tells us, while British Columbians are drinking less, people in the province are still consuming more alcohol than the national average.
2008. That was the last time the province reported on the health impacts of alcohol.
We used to say that 14 drinks a week was probably low-risk drinking.
Now the recommendation is 0 to 2 drinks per week. It appears people have been listening to health warnings. The report says that average alcohol use in BC is at a 20-year low. Much of the lower use is driven by youth, 12 to 19 years old. In 2003, 58% of youth had tried alcohol beyond a few sips. In 2023, that number was down to 38%.
What we're seeing is definitely some shift to cannabis and vaping is very concerning. But I think it's also a lifestyle issue, and I do think it's going to continue. That whole cohort is much more aware of many different health impacts.
While alcohol is trending down, British Columbians are consuming over 8 drinks per week, which is above the national average. The report comes with 6 recommendations, including developing a provincial alcohol strategy and making health warning labels a requirement on all alcoholic beverages, similar to what is already on cigarette and vape packaging.
What we would like to see is specific labels on bottles, but also on where you purchase alcohol. So shelf talkers, as they call them, and labels in places like bars.
Particularly the cancer warnings, because the level of awareness of that among the Canadian public is so low compared to tobacco, and both of those are what's called Group 1 carcinogen.
The Ministry of Agriculture, in charge of the Liquor and Cannabis Regulation Branch, says responsibility of warning labels on alcohol packaging resides with Health Canada. However, the Canadian Centre on Substance Use and Addiction disagrees, saying provincial authorities can impose additional alcohol label requirements. Yukon and Northwest Territories have recently added warning labels to alcohol. Troy Charles, CBC News, Vancouver.
Crews in Comox on Vancouver Island are busy mopping up a major sewer break. The incident happened Tuesday. Now the regional district says about 600,000 liters of raw sewage has gushed into the ocean. Marie Seidler has more.
It's been a busy 2 days for engineering crews in Comox. Today, their efforts are focused on cleanup and figuring out how a pipe at one of the region's biggest pump stations failed.
This is a very serious event for the Comox Valley. We've been operating the wastewater system for 45 years, and this is by far the biggest spill event by orders of magnitude. In fact, I'm not aware of a larger event on Vancouver Island.
The station is under construction as part of a major upgrade to the regional sewer system. It estimates about 600,000 liters of raw sewage spilled into this sensitive marine habitat, one that includes about 70% of the province's shellfish industry.
I would sort of estimate that it's about, for this entire region, about $100,000 a day currently. But the important thing is, I think it's important to recognize that even a short disruption in sales makes it hard to maintain contracts or sales relationships with restaurants and food service outlets.
People are being asked to stay out of the water near the marina and at nearby Goose Spit, including the sailors and boaters who frequent this usually busy area. Residents who live near the pump station say the spill was a shocking sight.
It was very dramatic, and it was like it didn't actually geyser except for a couple of times, but it was a pretty steady outflow of black water coming out of the aperture in the fence there, and a small river.
Despite the smelly aftermath, they're hoping for the best.
I think they have a big job ahead of them. They seem to be working hard at it, so I think the tides will help.
Fisheries and Oceans Canada wasn't able to respond by deadline. The district says it has halted construction at the pump station until it knows for sure what caused such a catastrophic failure. Marie Seidler, CBC News, Comox.
All right, it's time now to take a look at the weather with the CBC's Khalil Hassanali. Khalil?
Overall, it was a much nicer day today than we did experience on Tuesday, and we have more sunshine in the forecast if that is what you like for this time of year. So looking at the radar over the next 24 hours, not too much activity going on. It's going to be relatively quiet. As you're going up perhaps towards Whistler tomorrow afternoon or evening, there might be a spotty shower, but that's about it. Nothing too much outside of that. And then it's going to be pretty quiet, especially if you're around the Metro Vancouver area. So overnight tonight, we do have 13 degrees as the overnight low. And as we go into tomorrow afternoon, we do have 20 degrees as the scheduled high, a lot of sunshine in our forecast. And also it is going to be 25 degrees inland, a bit of a humidex as well. For anyone going inland, it might feel a bit warmer than that. More on that coming up in a minute.
Thanks so much, Khalil. Free swim lessons for beginners could soon be coming to the city of Surrey. How parents who are already struggling to book lessons are reacting. That story next.
Hi, I'm Amy Bell, and this is your CBC Inbox.
Join me, Stephen Quinn, and the Early Edition team on May 28th at the Minaroo Center for a special live on-location broadcast. Come meet our new local Richmond journalists, Pinky Wong and Stephen Chua. And on May 31st, CBC's Margaret Gallagher hosts the Explore Asian Closing Award Ceremony. Join us to celebrate outstanding Asian community artists. Tickets at exploreasian.ca.
Free swim lessons for kids in Surrey could soon become a reality. The decision was made at City Council earlier this week, but as Saurabh Sandhu reports, there are some concerns from parents as Surrey is already seeing high demand for lessons.
Children need to be able to swim.
Surrey City Council is asking its staff to make the first 3 levels of swim lessons free of cost. The motion presented by Mayor Brenda Locke was unanimously passed by Council. It asks city staff to report back on implementation details with the goal of launching the program on July 1st.
I think that's a great idea to subsidize that. It's a good use of taxpayer money.
Hearing that they're going to be free and accessible to everybody, I think is the most important thing, but it will be harder to get in.
The city says swimming lessons are very popular and always in high demand. Last year, it says the city offered more than 8,000 lessons and nearly 38,000 spots throughout all seasons. Some parents say booking the lessons online is a hard process and leaves them exhausted.
We usually have 2 laptops ready. The wife and I, because sometimes it's in at a different time, so you get put into a queue, but I always compare it to it's almost as difficult as getting FIFA tickets or Taylor Swift tickets.
When it opens, if you miss that window, it's most likely spots will be filled up.
The city says it currently operates 5 indoor pools and 8 outdoor pools with 487 lifeguards and instructors, but are continuing to recruit and train more.
At COVID times, we lost a lot of our lifeguard staff, and so we've had to rebuild.
But one expert says the city should work with the Surrey School Board and make beginner swim lessons part of the school curriculum.
By thinking creatively about where we can alleviate that pressure from evenings and weekends where we all have availability and want to recreate and incorporating it into the school curriculum, this could be a really great solution to get more people into swimming lessons.
City staff will soon report back with the potential costs. The program is expected to be launched on July 1st. Saurabh Sadhu, CBC News, Surrey.
We are less than 3 weeks away from the start of the FIFA Men's World Cup, and businesses are in the final stretch of preparations. Benit Breit shows us how communities east of Vancouver are getting ready to play.
We definitely wanted to bring in the largest selection of merchandise we possibly could.
Jerseys, hats, and flags repping 25 teams. This soccer retailer in Langley has been preparing for the FIFA Men's World Cup for almost a year. They expect big support for Team Canada.
There's other teams, Argentina, France, England. They're all very large and popular. Obviously, with the diversity of the Fraser Valley and the diversity of tourism that we're expecting here around the Fraser Valley and through to Vancouver during the World Cup, it's a pretty exciting time.
About 350,000 visitors are expected to pack BC Place for the 7 matches it will host. Some fans keen to go to the big city, others staying closer to home.
Gonna hit the city, and it's just the energy. The crazy fans.
Stay out in the Fraser Valley, to be honest.
Why?
Because traffic, one thing, the crowd.
We've got our summer planned out already, so I think we'll just watch it from home in Chilliwack.
And all the excitement means that fans may not have to go too far. The township of Langley is hosting their own viewing events here at the Langley Events Centre, and matches will be played on this brand new video board. The Greater Langley Chamber of Commerce has also created a digital toolkit to help businesses plan.
So I think it'll be on groups like us and local businesses to be saying, hey, you don't have to go all the way to Vancouver to watch the game.
Farther east in Mission, this pub has permission to extend its hours.
We wanted to make sure that we were prepared with early hours in case there was any early morning games. Just somewhere local for people to be able to come and celebrate, but come together as a community to do it.
Businesses hoping to make the world's biggest sporting event feel a bit more local. Benit Breit, CBC News, Mission.
A spectacular day on the west coast of Vancouver Island. Warm temperatures tempting beach walkers to dip into the water. Your full provincial forecast is coming up.
This is Vancouver is a new CBC podcast where we explore the issues, the stories, and the people that make this place home. Listen to This is Vancouver wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, let's check back in with Khalil for a look at our BC-wide weather forecast. Khalil?
Overall, just a gorgeous Wednesday for everyone. And if you like the sunshine, you're going to like what Thursday has in store. We have more sunshine in the forecast, maybe a bit of a down Friday, but it's setting up to be a beautiful weekend with a lot of sunshine, just a little bit of cloud cover, but nothing too much. So Friday might be the down day, but we're going to get past that and have a wonderful weekend. Looking at the next 48 hours, pretty calm in terms of what we're going to be seeing in terms of active weather around the city of Vancouver. Maybe as you get out the door on Friday morning, there might be a sprinkle or two that comes off on top of us, but it is going to be mostly clearing out as we go through the rest of the day. So morning time on Friday, there might be a little bit of active weather, and then it should clear out pretty nicely by the time we get towards Friday afternoon and towards Saturday and the weekend. So that is going to be beautiful. In terms of active wind forecast, that's not going to be really playing in too much. So you're going to really feel that heat on top of us. As you go towards Thursday morning, it looks like it's pretty calm heading out the door. And then getting towards Thursday afternoon, might start to pick up. We're looking at around 50 kilometers an hour in terms of wind gusts around Victoria and just north of 30 kilometers an hour towards Kamloops. But the city of Vancouver, overall pretty calm. In terms of the fire risk around the province of British Columbia, pretty light. There is some spots of orange and red that go towards extreme, but to the north, it does seem like it is a little bit better at this time. Overnight tonight, we do drop down to 13 degrees as our overnight low. So it's overall a pretty nice evening and pretty calm. Maybe a great chance to open up that window if you like it a little bit cooler. And then going towards tomorrow afternoon, it does get up to a high of 20 degrees. It is going to be a little bit warmer inland, around 25, with the humidex also making it feel a bit warmer than that. So overall, a wonderful afternoon for us on Thursday. We are looking overall at a little bit of active weather if you're going towards the northern part of the province, but overall the southern part is going to be pretty calm. As we go towards Prince Rupert, that's where it is going to be 9 degrees as the high, with a little bit of rain and also a bit of showers towards Cranbrook as well. And looking at the next 5 days, it is going to be Friday, that little blip in the radar, maybe Tuesday as well. But overall, wonderful weekend in store.
All right, thanks so much, Khalil. Thank you for joining us on CBC Vancouver News. You can watch this newscast on our free CBC Gem app, as well as on our YouTube and on our website at cbc.ca/BC. We'll see you next time.